Hello and welcome to Vision Denial. My name is Sam and this is Road to MSI 2013, Meet the Teams. If you're new here, I watched every single playoff game of every region participating in MSI. Asterisk, the LEC winter split is just not going to happen for reasons I've mentioned in previous videos. Today, or more specifically in this video, we're talking about Paris Saint-Germain esports Talons. The Talons, baby. Straight out from the PCS in Southeast Asia, they were, oh goodness me, the 7th team to qualify for MSI. They are the most consistent they've ever been for a while, and that could be some good things. Now we go going over some stats relative to other players and teams. All of that I will link down below how I got through there with all of my work. Without further ado, let's get to meeting Paris Saint-Germain Talon. Let's meet the coaching staff and styles of the Talons. We've got Corgi. This once bot laner of the LMS became an analyst and support for bot lane. Support substitute for bot lane for Machi before moving to AHQ, EDG, and finally joining PSG in Season 12 as the head coach. Zero, just underneath him, in the coaching scene since Season 7 with AHQ, Victory 5, Edward Gaming, and he joined Paris Saint-Germain Talons in Season 13. In terms of the playstyle overall, compared to the other teams, they're last in game duration, and that's a notable thing to point out. 10th in gold per minute, 4th in gold difference at 15 minute, again, another thing to point out. 3rd in win rate when ahead at 15, pretty good. 3rd in first turret, again, notable. 8th in damage per minute, 9th in first blood, 9th in kills per game, 1st in death per game. They are risk averse, again, related to the first stat. Last in plates, 2nd in drakes, 8th in herald, and 3rd in barons. And honestly, this is just rough in general from them because they are so risk averse. Their games go on for so long and needlessly at times. Let's meet the top laner for the Talons, Aji. Making his debut in Season 8 with AHQ, then Berjaya Dragons, and finally joining the Talons in Season 12. Amongst the other top laners, he's 1st in KDA, notable given the rest of his stats. 12th in CS per minute, 11th in gold per minute, 12th in damage per minute, 1st in kill participation, 7th in kill share, 11th in gold share, and last in champion pool. Ooh. Aji is a safe, dependable side laner and team fighter, and if he's dedicated to a 1-4 draft, by golly, he will dedicate to it. And he is meant to be a team fighting tank / zone tool. He'll do that as well. My concern comes to when others of his roles boast similar team fight and side lane pressure but apply more damage with more resources under their belt. The fact that this game goes on for so long with this team, they don't have the necessary tools to finish anything. Let's meet the jungler of the Talons, Junja. This jungler made his debut with Edward Gaming in Season 9, jumping between sub and challenger, and now joining PSG partway into Season 13 with some pretty solid success. 2nd in KDA amongst junglers, 5th in CS per minute, 5th in gold per minute, 5th in damage per minute, 10th in kill participation, but 3rd in kill share, and 4th in gold share, and ties about last in champion pool. His acquisition was well thought out as he pulls some crazy numbers for the Talons. His heavy farming and invading allows him to control the other junglers incredibly well, making tempo control very simple for PSG, at least in the early game where they have a lot of control before they taper off and take forever to get anywhere. His limiting champion pool may become an issue going in, but we'll have to keep an eye on that as the meta changes for junglers going to the tournament. Let's meet the mid laner for the Talons, Ubao, or once known as Uniboy. He made his debut in Season 7 with AHQ, having been part of teams such as Mad Team, LGD, Victory 5, and J Team before joining PSG in Season 13. Amongst other mid laners, his stats are fairly commendable. 4th in KDA, 5th in CS per minute, 10th in gold per minute, 11th in damage per minute, 10th in kill participation, 8th in kill share, 7th in gold share, and ties last for champion pool. Very utility and side lane pressure focused mid laner, Ubao sits just below average his contemporaries with a marked difference of being a very safe and consistent early game player and a monster in skirmishes. Let's see how he fares against stronger skirmishers in the tournament itself. Let's meet the bot laner for the Talons. Making his debut in Season 6 with X Gamers as a mid laner, he would jump back and forth the roles while playing on teams such as Huawei Spiders, AHQ, Boom, Beyond Gaming, all before joining the Talons in Season 13. Amongst other bot laners, he's pretty impressive. 4th in KDA, 5th in CS per minute, 9th in gold per minute, 1st in damage per minute most notably, 9th in kill participation, 6th in kill share, 1st in gold share, and last in champion pool. Now, Wako is a solid, dependable, and aggressive bot laner, and much of the discrepancies come from the length of these games more than anything else. But my biggest concern is that even amongst bot laners, with very small champion pools to begin with given the role, he has the smallest one and very limiting. He's prolific but limited, and that is something that we'll need to watch going forward into the tournament. And finally, let's meet the support for the Talons. Woody. Making his debut in Season 8 with J Team, staying with them until Season 12, joining Deep Cross Gaming, and then PSG in Season 13. Amongst other supports, he is a juggernaut. Maybe not the best one, but dang, conversation for it. 1st in KDA, 1st in kill participation, last in kill share, so he doesn't take the kills. 10th in gold share, doesn't take the gold. 10th in champion pool, that unfortunately is because of his bot laner, but notably also the vision. His team scores 1st in vision control, approximately, and 2nd in vision denial, approximately. Woody's an incredibly consistent, dependable, and efficient support. Alongside the stellar and consistent vision play in the top 3 of the tournament for sure, we have the pinnacle of safe and consistent play. Of safe play. Right. We gotta talk about the elephant in the room, because that's the thing with the Talons. Across the board, their stats reflect a calm, cool, collected team who make very few mistakes and close out games cleanly. But I want to pay attention again to the game duration average. The longest of the tournament, and not because of anything like, slim margins. Because, yes, they are very diligent and consistent, boasting KDA and vision scores that are stellar across the board, and that is the key point. They take too long to close out games. Much of their stats would look way more impressive if they didn't give massive opportunities for their opponents to catch up. We're playing with a whole bunch of teams that if you give them any opportunity, they will pounce. All right? And especially with some of these teams holding similar scores but clean out the games much faster on top of it, it should be a small warning sign for a team that should otherwise make it to the best of 5 portion just fine, honestly. How much further in? I don't know. But I don't know. Those are my thoughts. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think we should worry about the length of time PSG is taking with their games? Or, no, they'll adjust for the tournament. They always adjust for tournaments. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. And again, if you want to know where I got my stats and the relative placements for everybody, link that in the description down below for all of my stats. Without further ado, thank you again for watching. I really appreciate that. And I will see you at MSI. Bye. Thank you again for watching. Greatly appreciated. These kinds of videos take quite a bit of time. If you're interested, we've got over here more videos about the other teams that have qualified for MSI. And if you're curious about the process in which I watched every single playoff, here's a playlist of the road itself to MSI. If you have any particular thoughts, comments, or predictions, I'd love to hear those things down below. And if you care to, right below over here, this little button, you can click on it and subscribe. Thank you.